Hey, what's up, you guys? Tony from Tony's Figs. Coming at you another one of ghetto Tony. another one, another one of Tony's ghetto ass reviews. In reviews of another 3D printed awesome Thunder Machine from Rowdy Toys. I got this guy in the other day. I've been dying to do a video on it, but most of what I wanted to do was get the decals or decals, as Krusty Old Crow says, decals. The guys in Canada say decals. I say decals over here in the U.S. of A. And for my friends down under, this is the Thunder Machine, mate. Right, ready for the dreadnoughts, eh? No, anyways, I'll stop with my stupid accent. Anyways, they're gonna talk shit about it anyway. But this is the awesome. I am digging this Thunder Machine from Rowdy Toys. Until I wanted to get a good background, and I do, but they're in the attic. I got to get them down, and time is just something I have been trying to find to do this little review and to put up a display table and a background and all that stuff. But eventually I'll get to it, guys. But I've just been wanting to show you this. It is on my finger. Ugh. Marker. But anyways, sorry for that. Let me show you this sweet ass Thunder Machine, 3D printed Thunder Machine from Rowdy Toys. Got this in, and this thing is straight up heavy duty, man. Great construction, great 3D printed material, resin, whatever he does. Before I go all the way around this guy, let me show you the construction. Before I talk about the decals, I put the decals all on. The decals are from none other than Bad Mother Toys and Customs. 87 spuds on eBay. He makes the decals for about any G.I. Joe 1/12th vehicle, maybe 1/18th vehicle too. So you can, dress up all these 3D prints you get from whoever you get. I've done it for Gridiron. I've done it for now Rowdy Toys. I've done it for, let's see, who was it? Plastic Fantastic made me Wolverine, and I put all kinds of decals on those 3D printed vehicles. Even the front, everything from the Ramen Tank, the Wolverine, the Jungle Hound, the Vamp, and now the Rowdy Toys Thunder Machine. Anyway, I think I'm droning on and on. Let me show you this thing. Okay, this thing has really good weight to it. It is so sturdy. Let me go ahead and show you. Look at how thick the doors are. They're off. This thing is awesome. It's not going to roll really well on this stupid this table I got, and you can hear it. Sounds like it needs WD-40, but I don't care. This thing is awesome. Let me do you the whole 360. There's the front Trans Am. And you might see imperfections in my decal work. It's very difficult with these huge decals that you have to get wet on both sides so you can manage to put them on the surface you want to put them on. So this is just showing you all the construction of this thing, and the doors are going to be like loose when you handle it the way I'm doing it, just to show you guys, because I'm not doing the bird's eye view from up top, because you need to see this thing straightforward in all its glory. And this is so you can see the construction. I hope I don't knock the camera over with the jet blast, the big old jet engine it's got. But anyway, this thing is sweet. It comes packaged extremely well. A huge box with about 1 million packing chips in it. The antenna came in its own. He wrapped it around in bubble wrap, and so is the canopy. I call it the canopy. This thing you can take off to put the figures in. You can lift the door and put them in like that, and right in there. Or what you can do is lift it forward and put them in that way. These come off the posts. It's meant to do that. There's a look inside. Later on, I might take the time to go ahead and paint up the gauge cluster for the driver's seat and the passenger seat, just to give it some color. But yeah, and this thing comes off really easy too. Let's see. You lift it and this comes off. Let me show you. This piece comes really bubble wrapped too. Let's put that aside and show you this. This is the roll cage, I guess you can call it, and it's 3D printed extremely well for my taste. You know, I've got a lot of Gridiron stuff, as everybody knows, and that's the end all be all of 3D printing. I love them, and Rowdy Toys, this is awesome. When I was putting on the decals, it was a lot of work. It was a chore. I shit you not. I actually broke one of the crossbars. See this crossbar right here? There's this one, and then this one. This one I broke. I snapped it because I was trying to put on one of these decals and see where I'm already holding it with my left hand. I was squeezing and squeezing and squeezing because I'm trying to put these decals on, and this guy snapped. Boom! But it snapped that way. All this is one piece, and all I did was use this is the Loctite Super Glue Ultra Gel Control I use to glue it up any of my mistakes, any of my breakage, whatever I'm customizing, any figures, any of their gear, any of their weapons. This is always really good for me. It's always worked well. It's the Loctite Super Glue Ultra Gel Control. Doesn't make a mess. It doesn't turn white if you mess up, like with Gorilla Glue. That's what I found out that does. But I glued the bar on back. It just snapped from this point and this point. And I glued it back on, and just don't handle it crazy. I was with these fucking gorilla hands. I messed up. But it comes to you bald like me in the Circle of Jerks. No decals, no nothing, blank, blank, blank. So I had my decals from Jeff at, like I said, I'm sorry. That's, Bad Mother Tattoos and Customs. All his decals let me show you just the parts that this comes packaged like, different. I'm sorry, I can't even talk. The parts come packaged separately. He wrapped this all together. He wrapped that all together. And there's no assembly that you have to do. It's just the canopy and the car itself and the antenna, if I remember correctly. I didn't have to assemble the jet engine, the turbo, whatever. I'm sorry, the Ram turbo. I didn't have to put on the Gatling cannon or the roll cage or anything. It all comes together like that. The steering wheel comes off. You can put it in their hands when they get in, and then you can put it back on, if I can see over there. There you go. So I started with Rowdy Toys' canopy for the Thunder Machine. So this will kind of be, this is Rowdy Toys' kind of review for their vehicle and what I did with it, as in putting the decals on. So here's how they look. These are snapped in, see the top. This is the underside. And so you can see where they're joined. And it feels really sturdy. Like I said, I told the guys before, these doors are really thick. They're armor-plated doors that Thrasher cobbled together to make this guy. So yeah, my only mistake was to snap this off, and I just glued it not too long ago. So it's really good. I love that glue. So that's one part of this thing. Just put it on like that. Make sure the doors don't hinder you from putting it on, and they go in the holes right here. See? And the door's down. Let's go over the decals. So the decals, as you can see, they're all waterslide decals from Bad Mother Tattoos and Customs. And here's what they come with. If you get the Rowdy Toys Thunder Machine, as awesome as it is, you're going to need to dress it up with some decals, and Bad Mother has the best. I've worked with a lot of them. Like I said, I worked with them before on all these vehicles, and I'm going to show you what I used and how I put them on this awesome vehicle. And let me see if I can get you guys a little bit more light. Let's see if this works. No amber. No brighter. Let's see. Let's see how bright I can get it. That's about it. Tony's Ghetto Review. Sorry, guys. So yeah, it looks like this. It's really, here's the underside again. Without me dropping the canopy off, it will come off. Because like I said, it's just in there. You can take it off really easy. And if you put it down, the doors are going to go in. So you gotta clear the doors to make sure the guy goes all the way in the holes. And that is awesome. People call this the Infinity ammo belt. It looks like Infinity. And if you pull it, they will go. It's really rough and tough. It's not. I'm not going to be doing this. But see how it'll get stuck. But it's really not. I'm not going to be doing that. But they do. The Gatlings do turn. I had taken them off to get to that decal. But they do go independently. Sorry, I'm off kilter here. But it's a real sturdy vehicle, man, and all the detail he gave it in the cuts, in the dents, in the scratches, in the plate armor. It's really cool. I roll it on the carpet. It's awesome. On this smooth table, it's really hard to roll like the rest of these 3D printed vehicles. But yeah, the back turbo spins. Oh well, the exhaust, I guess. Making a bunch of noise. But anyways, awesome vehicle. I haven't put the figures in it yet, but I will. I'll get to that. Let me just show you. All I do for the decals was follow some reference from 3D Joe's and see where the decals were on the 1/18 scale Thunder Machine. So that light might be too bright. Let me go down a little bit. Is the light still on? Yeah. Okay, so that's what it is. It's a very sturdy, it's very awesome, badass 1/12 scale Thunder Machine. It meets my needs. I know Hasbro's going to come out with theirs. Now I got to make my own Thrasher for this guy. I'd love to have done that first to show you guys my Thrasher. But once I do, you know, I'll show you. For the decal set you get from Bad Mother, that was the Trans Am Firebird on there. That was a bitch to put on. Oh my God. Because when you use decals like that, the decal comes and then the white piece goes as an underlay for it. You put the white piece underneath so the thing can pop. It depends on the thing. If the decal has so much transparency, the white background underneath it, like see, let me show you. See these? See the Dreadnought tattoo? You need to put this white piece down first and let it set, and then put the Dreadnought tattoo on top of it. That'll make this pop, because once you peel that off of the water slide backing, it kind of lightens up. You know what I mean? I don't know how else to explain it. See if I can focus here. This is just my phone camera. And see, what Jeff does, he gives you a lot more for your money, because I've got every single decal that the Thunder Machine's supposed to have on it, except I didn't put the no step. There's supposed to be like no steps down here, but it's graded, so it's not going to do me any good to put the sticker there. What else I didn't put on? I didn't put on. It gives you different like tires, like tire types, like VR, 15 RT, HR Radial, and All-Terrain TA, some more Cobra emblems, and some more fun stickers like this. The back off with the smiley face and the two guns, a really tiny Dreadnought Zartan decal, and the awesome Yosemite Sam back off that you see on diesels. You can put that on there. So that's cool. Any questions, hit me up in the comments. What's really cool and I might use later, like I said, I used every decal I could find he had on these sheets that the original Thunder Machine had, and then some. I can't see any one that I didn't use. I did put the Cobra emblem right there. And what I did, if you guys want to do this, it's kind of tough. Yeah, I have to cut out because these lights, they have a back support that connects to this light bar. And see, I've got to go back and either paint red where this white is, or get the, I'm sorry, I can't show you. Paint where this little white is right here, my finger is, and get that out of there, or just X-Acto it off really carefully. I don't want to mess with the decal that much, but it looks kind of rough because this shit was hard. I'm glad these lights came out really decent. There's a white backing that you lay down first, and then you cut the headlamp out and put on it. As you can see, I screwed up on one of the Code 3 lights, the cop lights on top. See this blue? Right here. See how it goes down? The white backing went down when I was placing this one on top, and it sucks. But it's a Dreadnought vehicle. It's like it's worn or it's broken. I can get away with it. It's a Dreadnought vehicle. It's you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's a Dreadnought vehicle. Maybe something happened to that light. You know what I mean? I can get away with saying shit like that. But the Firebird down there is as perfect as I can get it. I can see some white I can cut out now with an X-Acto knife. See that there on the left, on the what's our right? Yeah, this white right here, I can cut that all out because I cut it out over here. But it's not bad. It could be just like a fucked up paint job. But the headlamps came out really cool. Those are decals. And you can see the outlying rest of the decal that's around it. See, it's kind of rough. It's hard getting all that until you lay it down. Now I can probably go with a super sharp X-Acto and cut all that crap off. But you don't need to. Like I said, it's a Dreadnought vehicle. This logo came out really good. The stars came out good. That snake with the star, like it's eating a G.I. Joe star with the lightning bolt through it. That's dope. And then the K2 spinner on top. And then the Caution Hot exhaust. And then what's really cool is the Ram Turbo Danger on top here. That's a sticker. All these little decals go on this. And then I just placed them where they should go from the 3D Joe's picture of the original. That's all. Tail lights. The designation for this, for Cobra's sake, and this white artwork that says Dreadnoughts. I don't know if you can see that. That's all extra I did for this thing. I feel like I'm gonna drop it. So it is super dope. It is sturdy. It is strong. It rolls really well. I'll put some Dreadnoughts in it right now. It's really dope. And then I don't know if I showed you this. I showed you this for the Dreadnought tattoo. It comes with cool ass bullet holes, and plus the white. It's just a pain in the ass. And what I learned is just cut out a circle and put it on, and then you can cut the excess clear off of it. Because if you sit there and you try to X-Acto all that detail, you'll be a sad, sorry son of a bitch, because it's a pain in the ass. But it's better just to cut a circle, stick it on, cut its corresponding artwork out, and place it on top after that one you've laid down is dry or it's set for a while so it won't move on you. Because what I use is Microset and Microsaw. I've talked to you guys about these before. They're both setting solution for decals. One, it says they both soften the decal, but this one improves the adhesion to the I don't want to say platform, to the surface. Adhesion to the surface. This one makes the decal conform to the surface. Like, so say you use this to put on the surface. Bam, bam, bam. Brush, brush, brush. Then you cut your decal out and you put it on. Then you can move it around. So it can go into these grooves, these cuts in the surface. You use the microsaw. That'll soften up your decal so it can get inlaid in those grooves. See what I did? See if I can bring it closer. I bring it closer, you push them in to where it would be in real life. You push it in the groove. Any groove and any imperfection in its armor. Because this is, like I said, this is Thrasher threw this vehicle together from busted pieces and armor plate and all that crap. So it's pretty cool. And any decals you put on it, you want it to conform to all of that art. To all of that, all those dents and scratches and crap. Stars go there. I think that's meant for like how many Joe vehicles he took out or something like that. But it's on the next side too. So that's just Thrasher bragging about, you know, how many he took out. So anyways, that's kind of it. I like the way this comes off. Really easy. So we'll do that now since I got it off. Let's see if I can remember while I put these guys in there. Anything else I'm going to go? I've got to make me a Thrasher. So here's Buzzer and Ripper. I'll have Buzzer drive since he's kind of the de facto leader of the Dreadnoughts once if Zartan's not there. So here's my first time putting him in there, and I'm just doing this sloppy. Okay, so there's, well, let me make him like he's kind of sitting in there. I just painted these with a acrylic paint marker. I wanted Ripper's pants to be a lighter blue than the dark jeans he had on. So let me set him up proper. He's the passenger. That must have got no leg room. Let's see. Wow. Let's see. Yeah, you can actually get them bent a little more. So there he is sitting in there, messing up his glasses. Cool, so there's my guy in there. There, so you can see him. Sometimes I'm looking at the product and I'm not looking through my camera to see what you guys are seeing. So there's a Ripper. Oh, I'm gonna love this. Okay. So since I don't have Thrasher, I didn't make one yet. I got to find out who makes a Thrasher armored vest. He's got an armored vest that connects to two shoulder pieces. I can make one, but I'd rather find out and support another 3D printer that does those things. I don't know. I think Don Menart does a good one. I don't think Jay's Armory does them, but I'll double check. Here's, let's see. Again, I'm doing it without showing you guys. Their Buzzer sits there real good. I'll put his hands on the wheel. Say they took this thing for a joyride and they said, F Thrasher, mate. We don't need Thrasher. I can drive this thing. Let's go. Let's go, mate. Crikey. Just kidding. Okay. Then you put the canopy back on. Clear the doors so they don't jump up. They don't bunch you up. Push them down. And they're in there. That's dope. Hell yeah. Oh, let me show you. There are those wankas. They're in there. Dope. It's always going to be up like that unless you glue it in. But it's a showpiece, man. I mean, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take some pictures with this bad boy. There's going to be a bunch coming up when I have the time to do it. I just wanted to get this video out there. Again, rowdytoys.com, I think, is where you can go see them at. They got a lot of cool stuff. I think I got a little tricycle big wheel from them. It was pretty cool. That was my first impression and my first my first experience of handling one of their products, and it was pretty cool. I put my custom Hawk on it. I think it's on Instagram. But that was my first Rowdy Toys. Anyways, like I said, there's more decals than you need. I think that's the watch your step one. Yeah, watch step. I'm not going to use. And here's more. I like the idea of the bullet holes. But this is armor plate. It's just going to be dings and scratches. But it looks cool. Like you could put like someone shooting. You know, you could put them up there. The dreadnought tattoo is dope. I don't know if I want to put one right here or put it like back here. That would be cool. But like I said, sometimes less is more. You know you have these. You don't have to use them all right now. And here's some cool Thunder Machine ones. See the different fonts? I don't know where I'd put that, but those are really damn cool. It's better to have them and not need them than need them and not have them, right? So those are the 3 sheets you get when you get the Thunder Machine stuff from Bad Mother Tattoos and Customs. And as much as this is a video going over Rowdy Toys' awesome 3D printed Thunder Machine, I always push Jeff from Bad Mother Tattoos and Customs 87 spuds on eBay. Yeah, I always push him because I always go to him for my decals for whatever. I need to make a whole video of those listing all the vehicles I had mentioned before. But that's it. That's my review. This is 26 minutes long already. Sorry for going so long, guys. Another episode of Tony's Figs, Ghetto Reviews. My dork room, nerd room, live stream, podcasting, collection room's almost done. I got to get some more decor on the walls and maybe another table for customizing work and stuff, just so I can have room here. I'm probably going to get another stand for my camera because I'm using my phone right here, and my room light, which is over there. So that's it. I hope you guys like it. Give it a shot. Give it a try. Dude, like I can't say much more about Bad Mother Tattoos and Customs 87 Spuds and Rowdy Toys. The decals on this thing bring it to life. You know, out of the 1/18 scale into the 1/12 scale. Pretty damn cool stuff. These 3D printing guys are doing a lot of cool ass work for the toy community, and all this G.I. Joe, Cobra, Dreadnought stuff is awesome. So here's another look in my hands while I reach across my phone camera to show you guys. I'll post some badass pictures later when I get the time to have a nice background and put some more dreadnoughts on this sucker. And I'll eventually be making my own custom Thrasher. Take a look on Model Misfit. I think he made his own 3D printed customized Thunder Machine. It looks very awesome. I met him at Joe Fest. Loki Wartooth. He's a cool guy. His is pretty awesome. He made a custom Thrasher. Might take some tips and notes from him on how he did him. Because like I said, I only seen like maybe a head sculpt, a weapon, and the football looking vest armor that Thrasher has. And then I'm gonna have to piece them together with some fodder I have. But that's all I got on this sweet 3D printed Thunder Machine from Rowdy Toys. Go check them out if you want. I think I paid it's $200 on his website, and then to ship it to me was 80, I think. I'm not sure. It was either 237 or 287. I'm not sure. I can't remember shit. But anyways, to me it's well worth it. I wanted this piece to have it for myself. I'm sick of the Dreadnoughts just standing up all alone. Now I got them, and I got a bunch of Marvel Legends motorcycles that fit really well. They're really beefy. They're not as small as Maisto Toys motorcycles. They're not bigger than that. They're not, some 3D printed ones that I've seen that are kind of like iffy. I've been having those motorcycles because, as you know, the Punisher had a motorcycle. Captain America had a motorcycle. Different Wolverines had motorcycles. So I got all them from Marvel Legends. and they fit well with the Dreadnoks. That'd be cool for me to paint them up and customize them some sort of way. Going the comic book route, because in the comic books, the Dreadnoks had nice motorcycles. They were like, not show bikes, but they weren't all pieced together like Thrasher made this. This is a attack vehicle. This is like his little armored tank turbocharged thing. The bikes they had, they weren't pieced together like this. The Dreadnoks loved their motorcycles. They had chrome. They were all blinged out. They were nice, especially Zartans. But what we have now that's available for us for classified, you can find in Marvel Legends. That's what I did. I can't wait to put them all around this, especially when I make a Thrasher, put him in there, and the rest of the Dreadnoks can be riding next to him. Oh my gosh, it's going to be awesome. But yeah, I'm keeping it comic looking for the most part. Like I said, my decal work wasn't the best. I messed up in certain spots, but again, it's a Dreadnought vehicle. I can get away with it. Looks like it's damaged, but I am going to cut some of that white you see that's on this red lamp right here, and some little imperfection on the Firebird. The old toy we got, if I remember, we didn't have the Firebird on the front end of the Trans Am front clip. We just had the sticker that says 30mm cannon, I think. And I think Jeff gives us that. Yeah, he gives us the sticker that I'm not using right now. If you can see, it's right there. The 30mm cannon in white. It's hard to see on this. That's all. You can cut. Yeah, you go. 30mm cannon. All those words. You just cut a big square and you take it off the waterslide decal background. Boom, put it on. There's no room for me to put it there. I might put it somewhere else, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Tried to make it look like the OG, 1/18 scale, and just followed from 3D Joe's where the decals were. So I placed them where I thought they'd be. Like I said, I'd love to use the bullet holes, but there's no bullet holes in armor plate. There's probably dings and stuff where you see an impact crater or something, an impact point. So maybe I can get away with using that, but other than that, bullet holes will be cool in the front clip. This is not armored. So anyways, there it is again, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm sorry it's a 30-minute video. Check it out. Let me know what you think on Bad Mother Tattoos and Customs decals. And of course, the big one, Rowdy Toys 1/12 scale Thunder Machine. Now that I got this and went through all the pain in the ass shit of putting it together with the decals, Hasbro's gonna announce one pretty damn soon. Anyways, when you get this, be careful what you're doing. I had broke also the front grill grate off, but all it did was come off of its glued contact points. Right there, and right there. And all I did was grab Loctite, Ultra Gel Control. This is my fault, not Rowdy Toys' fault. Me manhandling it and doing what I'm doing with it. Screwed up some shit, broke this, broke that. But as you can see, I fixed the hell out of it. So, if you want to see again, hopefully I don't, well, I'm going to leave him in there. But I just want to show you, this ain't going nowhere. Glued it on, those 3 points with that Loctite glue. I don't know what I thought I was going to do. Freaking turn it upside down and have the figures fall out so I can show you the grill stayed on. Anyways, just trying to please you nerds. Bam! That looks so weird with Buzzer driving it. I gotta make me a Thrasher. Anyways, that's it, guys. Thank you for staying. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tony's Figs Instagram, Tony's Figs Facebook, Tony's Figs YouTube. Thanks a lot for staying with me. The followers, the channel's growing. It's been a rough year, but this brings me peace and zen and a lot of fun doing these models, doing this stuff, giving you the video, doing customs, all that stuff. Peace, love, and respect to all you guys. Love you, and I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.